begin our presentation, let me briefly share the objective of our project. The main goal is to evaluate Petronas corporate social responsibility and environmental ethic practice. We aim to understand how the company integrates ethical value into its business decision and how this effort impact stakeholders such as employees, community, and the environment. Finally, based on our analysis, we provide evidence-based recommendation that could help Petronas improve its long-term ethical impact. This evaluation help us see how ethics and responsibility are essential in shaping successful sustainability business today.
Hi and Assalamualaikum and greeting everyone. My name is Siti Fatimah binti Rahman and I will be presenting the introduction section of our select company, which is Petronas. Petronas stands for Petroleum Nasional Berhad and is fully government-owned oil and gas company in Malaysia and was established in 1074 under the Petroleum Development Action, which is under Qatar, located in Kuala Lumpur. The company is responsible for managing and developing the Malaysian oil and gas resource. Over the years, Petronas has grown to become one of Malaysia's largest corporations and is internationally recognized. It is in 14 Global 500, which ranks the world's biggest company by revenue. Petronas is involved in various sectors of the oil and gas industry, including exploration, production, refining, marketing, and distribution. It operates in more than 50 countries worldwide, including Iraq, Sudan, Canada, and Brazil. Besides generating major income for the government, Petronas also provides job opportunity for thousands of Malaysians. It also works subsidiaries such as Petronas Dagangan and Petronas Chemical. However, Petronas does not only focus on making profit. The company also emphasizes social environmental responsibility. It is actively involved in CSR programs, especially in education, community development, and environmental care. For example, the Petronas Education Sponsorship Program (PESP) has helped many students pursue higher education both locally and abroad. The company also carries out environmental initiatives like tree planting and carbon reduction to fight climate change. From an ethical standpoint, Petronas implements the Code of Conduct Business Ethics to ensure all employees action with honesty, transparency, and responsibility. It also supports the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, including SDG 4, Quality Education, SDG 7, Affordable and Clean Energy, and SDG Climate Action. Lastly, Petronas launched its sustainability agenda with a target to achieve net zero carbon emission by 2015. The company is now investing in green technology and renewable energy as a part of its long-term sustainability effort. That's all for the introduction of Petronas from me. Thank you.
And next, I will be presenting the corporate social responsibility initiative of Petronas. As Malaysia National Oil and Gas Company, Petronas is known not only for its business success but also for its strong CSR program that benefits society and the environment. One of the most impactful effort is PESP, or the Petronas Education Sponsorship Program. This program offers scholarship to students from underprivileged families to pursue higher education locally or abroad, showing their commitment to building future talent. Next is Sentulahan Kasih, a community-focused program that supports people during festival, the natural disaster, and time of need. What makes meaningful is that Petronas employees actively volunteer in this activity, distributing food, helping with home repair, and more. Lastly, Yayasan Kasih Petronas handle the environmental effort. This include planting trees, protecting marine life, and raising awareness about sustainability. This effort shows that Petronas is not only focused on business but it also deeply involves in environmental care. Overall, Petronas CSR programs cover education, community supports, and environmental sustainability, reflecting a balanced approach to social responsibility.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Dinan Tauran, and for this part, I will explain to you two environmental ethics that have been practiced by the Petronas. So let's go to the first point. One of the most important initiatives by Petronas is its Carbon Capture and Storage (CCS) program. This program aims to reduce carbon dioxide emission from its operation by capturing and storing them deep underground. The most notable project under this initiative is the Kasawari CCS project in Sarawak, which is expected to begin storing up to 3.3 million tons of carbon dioxide annually starting in 2026. In addition, Petronas is working with international partners such as ADNOC from the United Arab Emirates and Storegga from the United Kingdom to evaluate and develop a major CCS project in the Penyu Basin. This project has a storage target of at least 5 million tons of carbon dioxide per year by 2030. This effort forms part of Petronas' broader commitment to achieving net zero carbon emission by 2050. The CCS program is not only a technical response to environmental issues, but also reflects a long-term ethical commitment to reducing harm to the planet. The company's sustainability report and global news coverage, such as those published by Reuters, provide clear documentation of this development. Another key environmental program by Petronas is when they focus on reducing methane emission, which is critical given methane's high global warming potential. Petronas is a member of the United Nations Environment Programme Oil and Gas Methane Partnership 2.0, which is OGMP 2.0, making it the first oil and gas company in Southeast Asia to join this international effort. Throughout this program, Petronas has pledged to reduce its methane emission intensity by 50% by 2025. The company using advanced leak detection system, gas recovery improvement, and flare control technology to meet this target. What makes this initiative significant from the ethical standpoint is that it goes beyond local regulatory requirements and aligns Petronas with global climate action standards. Its membership in OGMP 2.0 and disclosure in the company's sustainability report serve as a strong evidence of its commitment. Together, these two programs, carbon capture and methane reduction, demonstrate how Petronas is actively working to integrate environmental ethics into its core operation. They reflect a strategic and moral commitment to reducing the company's environmental footprint while maintaining transparency and accountability through the international partnership and public reporting. So that's all for the Petronas environmental ethics. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Siti Nurul Mudia and I will explain the part of evaluating ethical practices and decision making. The first one is ethical leadership and sustainability commitments. One of the main ethical strengths of the Petronas is their leadership. The top management, especially their group CEO Tengku Muhammad Taufik, has been very vocal about moving towards cleaner energy. This shows that the Petronas doesn't just have focus on profit, but also take future generations into account when making decisions. Their leadership supports ethical values like sustainability and transparency, which guide the whole company. The second one is voluntary environmental commitments. Petronas also makes decisions that go beyond legal requirements. For example, they introduce their own net zero carbon emissions plan by 2050 even though it's not mandatory in Malaysia. They invest in renewable energy and carbon capture technology, which are expensive and long-term. This shows that Petronas is proactive in protecting the environment, not just doing it because they have to. Another ethical practice is how Petronas supports the community. Through Yayasan Petronas, they provide scholarships and education programs, especially for rural students. This helps create better opportunities for others. It's a good example of how a company can give back to society, not just take from it. And the last one is internal and external ethics. Petronas also takes care of its people and partners. They follow strict safety rules through their HSE policy and make sure their suppliers follow each ethical standards too, like anti-corruption and fair labor. This shows that their ethical practices are not just internal but also extend to their business relationships.
Although Petronas has already made a strong impact with its CSR and environmental initiative, there are still areas that can improve. My first recommendation is to increase transparency. While Petronas does release annually sustainability reports, the data is currently self-report by involving independent third-party auditor. They can verify the accuracy of their claim and build greater building trust, especially in areas like carbon emission and environmental progress. My second recommendation is for Petronas to start investing more in renewable energy. Current initiatives like carbon capture and storage have reduced emission from fossil fuel, but to create long-term impact, Petronas should begin shifting towards solar, wind, or green hydrogen. This renewable project can begin small, especially in rural communities. Not only will this support Malaysia clean energy goals, but it will also create job opportunities and reduce the country dependence non-renewable energy sources. In conclusion, greater transparency and a shift toward clean energy can help Petronas remain a trusted sustainability leader in the global energy sector. Thank you.